If you want to know how to last longer during sex, how to increase your stamina, these are the best methods. We're going to give you... Problem?
Yeah.
Best methods to increase your stamina during sex, if you're a guy.
Or if you have a penis and you identify as a guy. I mean, never mind. Some of these methods you're about to hear, you may find to be a little silly, but if you keep listening, there's some really good things you can do and think about while you're having sex and you want to slow down and not ejaculate way too early all over yourself.
Have you ever been a 2-pump chump and you stick it in and it's like, oh, and it's done. You had your fun, but your partner, not so much.
Do guys generally do that? Like, oh, I'm having sex. I'm gonna do you. Yeah, I'm almost done. And then they're done. Like they just let themselves go in like a minute and a half and then just sit there and, oops, sorry. Because if it was me, I'd just like either slow down or just stop doing it until you know you can go back and have a little more stamina.
So basically you don't have any experience in this or having sex. I'm pretty sure this happens a lot. You think you can control it, but then it's like, uh-oh, I can't. Because once you blow your batch, you're not thinking about sex anymore. All your levels go. Brrr.
Everything in your mind, body, and soul drain out, and you just want to sit there and go like this.
And nothing is sexy anymore after that. So here are the methods that you can use to increase your sexual stamina. Like a pro, use a condom. Everybody knows that condoms just, I don't want to say take all the fun out of sex, but take a lot of fun out of sex.
What do you mean by fun?
The feeling you get on the end of your pee-pee head.
So the condom will desensitize the penis when the penis goes into the
warm, wet, tight hole.
So I guess you could wear multiple condoms to further decrease the sensation.
Try a sock.
Another way to cool it down a bit is to pretend you're having sex with your grandmother. Although some people, maybe that's a fetish where you have a incestual thing and no. I want to pretend I'm having sex with my grandmother.
Yeah. Also, if you were happening to be having sex with an old lady that could be a grandmother, then maybe you want to go in the other direction. Think about you're having sex with your niece or something.
Who's 8? Now we're going down a road where we probably shouldn't be.
Hey, in this scenario, the niece is like 26 and hot.
Well, who wouldn't want that?
Well, any uncle shouldn't want that. Sicko.
You could also visualize this. Let that burn into your memory. Hold it a little longer. You're welcome.
Another method is if you're close to getting to that point where you, then maybe you can stop doing the sex and go down on her for a little bit. She still likes it, assuming that you're good at it or that she even enjoys it, because all vaginas are different. And then you can just go to town for as long as you need to reset your groin.
That is a good method.
Yeah, and then you go back up and then you do the sex like, yeah, you gonna come yet? Because I'm gonna... You go down on her again and you just keep cycling it until you explode on the floor while you're going down on her.
You could stop and say, hang on a second, take off into the other room, time it out, and leave her wondering. A, she will respect you and be more sexually attracted to you because you had the balls to just get up and leave and be decisive about it. You know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I think they also say absence makes the vagina grow drier.
Did you just make that up?
I made that up. Well, instead of just leaving and not telling her, you could just say, oh, I got to go take a shit. Now she feels bad. Like, oh, he probably a good idea that he goes to shit instead of keeps on banging me and then shits on me or something.
And she'll be more attracted to you as a man because you just didn't give a shit, or you actually did, and you were brutally honest with her and said, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be decisive about it, and you're going to have to wait.
And don't even give her an update on how well you're going to wipe your ass. You just let her assume that you're going to wipe your ass really well so there's no poop smudges or particles in that area if she happens to go down on you and smell some small poop chunks. But then again, you're not going shit for real, are we? No.
I don't know where that came from, man, but some...
Came from the anus. Anyway, tell her you're going to take a shit.
Because it stinks. The use of sex toys. A lot of sex toys sort of have the claim that the more you use them, it trains you and gives you stamina, which is basically true. The more you masturbate, the more you use a sex toy, you'll get used to that feeling.
Especially the right kind of sex toy. Like there are sex toys that have like vaginas that warm up, even ones that can fill up with water and warm water to make the vagina feel nice and like a real vagina. Once you start using it and you use it more often and more often, and you like it, now you're jerking off 3 times a day. Now you can have sex and it will probably last longer than if you weren't. All right, this one is a tried and true method that I developed that I haven't heard anybody else do. But when you're getting to that point and you want to hold off, maybe she's like just on the verge of orgasming, and you don't want to tell her you're going to go take a shit. What you can do is when her face is away and not looking at you, make the funniest, goofiest, stupidest faces. Your mind will pull you out of the sexual situation and just think about how stupid that is if somebody walked in and saw two people going at it and the guy going and the strain you put in your face is going to take the strain from your penis. I promise you. Well, another thing you can do is if you know that you have a tendency to not last long, before you start sex, you order a pizza and you know the pizza's going to come in 40 minutes and you're not going to. So now the pizza comes in 40 minutes and then you have to get up and go get the pizza and then pay for it and then go back to sex. And there's another reason to get off of her and slow down the ejaculation process.
And possibly the best way to increase stamina for having sex is masturbate before you have sex and know that time frame of when, like, if you know that you're not going to be able to get it up for a couple hours after you masturbate, wait a couple hours before you're going to have sex and then masturbate. But I mean,
so you're saying that someone will have to like experiment and run tests on themselves throughout the day, jerk off, and then have a timer going an hour later, go to jerk off again. See if you can have the same kind of power or stamina the next time.
Yeah, because at my age, I could jerk off right now and then
he's done for a week.
I'm done for the day anyway.
Maybe you're switching positions and you just like in the middle of switching the position, you pull it out and it's
maybe
now you get it all over your stomach.
What you're talking about?
What?
You heard me.
Look at this guy over here talking. He's got the best control over his.
I do have good control.
Anybody can control a penis in a matter of a minute and a half.
What does that even mean?
It means you don't last long, but I don't know because I don't want you to have sex. I don't want to.
No, because girls don't do goofy stuff. Girls don't fart or anything like that or shit.
That's true.
So they say. They tell me.
Do you ever catch a girl's like turd, or maybe she forgot to flush, but every girl turd I've ever seen is just this little like bunny nugget in the bottom of the bowl. I've never seen a girl poop that looks anything like a guy poop.
Again, we've gone down a road where we probably shouldn't have traveled.